Hi, and we're live. Hello. I'm just gonna. Okay, so comment and say hi, everyone. But my name is Maddy, and I'm gonna be your artist for this painting. So welcome to Creatively Uncorked. I'm gonna talk to you guys for a second here, so you can all get set up, get your materials out, and get ready to paint. So, welcome, and so a little bit about Creatively Uncorked. We popped our cork back in January 2014. We have our main studio in West Fargo. That's where we do all of our public and private events, and now we're online, which is cool. We celebrate birthdays, bachelorette parties, corporate team building events. So one thing that I like about these live videos is how interactive they are. So if you're celebrating anything, comment and I'll give you a shout out. Oh my gosh, thanks Rebecca. Okay, there's a little bit of a delay too, so I'll answer your guys' comments as soon as I see them. So, but anyways, I've been working at Creatively Uncorked for 3 years, so hopefully I've had some of you in some of my classes. Let me know if you have, like Rebecca did, so awesome. But let's get down to it. So if you've been to a Creatively Uncorked event before, we have 2 rules. So rule number 1 is super easy, it's have fun. Yeah. Rule number 2 is a little bit more difficult for people sometimes. It's no negativity. So this means that my painting isn't going to look exactly like this reference photo, and that's okay. It means that we are going to be embracing our individuality today. And if you are feeling a little bit negative or frustrated, or if you need help, once again, comment, and I'll give you guys some tips and pointers, and I'll help you out. If you're feeling extra like you need help, don't be afraid to pour yourself a drink or turn on music in the background just so you can loosen up and get into this like happy painting zone. And then let's see what else. Okay, our brushes. So if you got an art kit from us, you probably got like a big brush and a small brush. I have my favorite types of brushes, so I'm probably going to use this big one so I can paint faster with it, and hopefully the paint dries faster. And then probably one of these 2 brushes, because I can get a nice fine line with this. But honestly, just use whatever brush you feel like you can control more. But if you've been to one of our classes, you might have done something called the Creatively Uncorked Brush Pledge. So even though we're not physically together, we're together in spirit, which means we're going to do the Creatively Uncorked Brush Pledge. So everybody pick up your brushes, give you a second to grab them, hold them in your right hand, place them over your heart, and repeat after me. I pinky promise.
I pinky promise.
Thanks. To not let paint dry on my brushes.
To not let paint dry on my brushes.
I'll keep my brushes in my water cup.
I will keep my brushes in my water cup.
When I'm not using them.
When I'm not using them.
I'll do amazing today.
I will do so amazing today.
Woo! Okay. So, we're going to get started in our painting, and then I'll be talking a lot. Hi, Josiah! Woo! Thanks. But we're going to get started. I have my water cup. It's important with acrylic paint to be using water. I don't know which one of those brushes I'm going to end up using, but got my brushes, a paper towel. That's going to be handy to wipe off all your water, your colors. If you ordered a art kit to go from us, you got these 3 colors, so white, black, chrome yellow, and bright red. This is obviously for the heart. I'm not going to use this for a while, so I'm just going to set it off to the side. And then I like using a paper plate as a palette. So if you need to use a plate, go ahead and go find one. I'm not going to scoop out all the white yet, just because I only need a little bit. I don't want to dirty up the black, so I guess I'm just going to wipe off some paint. Yeah, so I'm just scooping these all out. Ooh, got it all over my hand already. Just gonna dip it in the water, wipe it off. Okay. And we will be using just a little bit of white, so I'm just, yellow. So I'm just gonna scoop some onto my plate. If I need more, I can get more. But let's get started. I'm so excited. Oh boy, I see, only 2 comments, guys, so let's go, talk to me. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. I also outlined this in Sharpie just because it's going to be nicer. I'll be able to see the lines after painting. So if you need to do that quick, you'll definitely have time. So, let's see. The last time I painted this painting, my moon was kind of a really bright yellow. And I'm going to try to stay away from that this time. And I'm going to do that by adding a tiny bit of black. And my water was dirty, so this is going to make it like a duller color. I'm going to dip like the tiniest amount of yellow on my brush, just because I don't want it a super bright. And would you look at that? That's still pretty yellow. So wipe off that excess paint. I kind of just want this really dull, pale yellow color. And then also I added water. I didn't tell you that, but you probably all saw it. So water's important because it'll thin out your paint enough so you can still see all those lines and you'll know where to paint. So I'm just going to paint inside my moon. That's a good color. I like that color. Okay. Ooh, should I keep this off? Oh, never mind. Okay. So maybe just a tiny bit thicker of a coat. There. I can still see all my lines, so we're good to go. I'm going to clean all that yellow out. Ooh, another thing. Let me know if I'm going too fast, because in my normal classes, I'm always able to ask you all, and you're able to tell me if I'm going too fast or if you're ready for the next step and if I'm just dragging it out. So for the 5,000th time, don't be afraid to comment. I love talking to people if you haven't met me in person yet. But now we're going to start painting the rest of our sky. I'm going to start by mixing we'll call this like our blending color. So it's going to help us go from this very pale moon to the dark background. So I'm going to mix, it's kind of like a light grayish, light to medium gray. Okay, and then I'm glad this showed up because I want to show you. If you look right here at this dry texture or this really rough texture, that means you're not using enough water. So, gotta dip into my water cup. So whenever you see that texture, we don't want that. So, just gonna easy fix, just add water. Kinda want a little bit lighter. Oh, where did that yellow come from? I guess I'm showing you all my nice tricks for fixing mistakes. So, yay. One thing I love about painting is how easy you can just paint over something or fix something. So, yeah, if you ever mess up, I know for kids' classes, they'll panic a little bit, and I try to tell them, It's so easy to just paint over something and fix it. So don't be afraid. I am going to try really, really hard to blend in this moon. So you can see it kind of on the left side right here. It's pretty nice and blended. It goes from like this pale yellow to light gray. But right here, there's a pretty harsh line, and I don't want to see that. So I'm just going to like paint over that line. Okay. You can always fix things later too. So if I want to, I don't know, make my moon brighter. Okay, and now I just added a little bit more black to make this darker gray. It's still pretty light, but it's kind of like a medium to dark gray. Once again, blending this into my light gray so it's nice and blended. We don't see any harsh lines like this. That's a harsh line. Another thing while you're painting, and if this happened to you, it's an easy fix. We need to make sure that our sky is bright enough so that we can see the trees. So the last time I painted this, I didn't realize how dark I made the sky. And then when I painted in my trees, obviously the trees are black. Let me show you the picture again. So the trees are black, and it was very hard to see the trees against that dark of a sky. So I'm going to keep this a little bit more of like a medium to dark color. You know what? I also don't really like how high up this gray goes, so I'm just going to bring down my dark gray. I'm also a very messy painter, so I might need another paper towel, or we'll fold it. We're good. We're good. Okay. So let me know if I'm going too fast. But I'm going to move on and start painting the ground. And we're going to do like a medium. It's going to be a medium gray again. So let me mix. That's a little bit too light. Got to add some more black in it. There. So this is more on the darker side, but I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to do horizontal brush strokes. I'm going to be really careful for this horizon line. I want it to look straight. So if you've been to one of our classes before, you would know that, sorry, I have the hiccups, that the artist, we stand up on like a stage or a platform, and we have this big easel that we paint on. So it's a little different that I'm painting on a table. And I like it because when you're standing up on the easel, you're we also videotape our classes. We put it on a big TV so people can see what I'm doing. But when I stand off to the side, I don't notice that like when I paint a horizon line, it goes down. And then at the end of class, the earth is a little tilted. So it's kind of funny. It's not super noticeable, but it's like I can notice it, you know, that kind of thing. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Jennifer! Hi! Oh my gosh. I miss teaching classes in the studio so badly because I'm such a people person. I love talking to people. So thanks for commenting, Jennifer. Shout out. Yeah. Woo. Okay. So I feel like I keep trying to. Okay, there's a little bit of a glare. It looks kind of darker than what it is in real life, I guess. The last thing that I'm going to do before we start our dry break is I'm going to add, so if we look at this again, there's a lot of ripples and reflections going on. And I want to start building on these layers. So what I'm going to do is kind of dry off my brush a little bit, and I'm going to use black. So I'm just going to dip my paintbrush in this extra black. But black. And I'm not going to do like a ton of this, and it's just going to be on the edges. So I'm going to start off the canvas and paint in a little bit, probably like 1 inch. But I'll show you right now. Can you see? Okay. So starting off the canvas, brushing in. Maybe use a little bit more black so you can see. And it makes these nice, it makes these nice little shadow effects. And I'm only going to do it on both sides of my painting, and I'm not going in very far. I did go kind of like 4 fingers in over here, and that's okay. But I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So starting off the canvas and brushing in towards the middle. Makes like nice little shadows. If you accidentally did too much, it'll be an easy fix to just go back into your medium to dark gray and paint in the center. But I'm going to let this dry. Hold up. No, I'm not. I'm going to fix this. So I fixed the top, but now this side just looks a little too gray. This is me being picky. So you probably don't need to do this, but what I'm trying to get at is that if you ever see anything that you want to fix or something you don't like, you can always go back to it or find a time to go in and fix it. Oh, Kim, that's so nice. Thanks. Finally found the video. Yes, good. Oh, you had a hard time finding the video. Huh. Yay. Okay. Also, and I'll talk about this a little bit in a second. So, dry break. I'm going to let this dry a little bit so we can go in and paint everything else. So, what I want to talk to you about is, this is the live paint along that I'm doing tomorrow on this page. I love doing this painting. This is probably one of my favorites. It's really fun, and I feel like they always turn out so good. Yeah. So same time, same place tomorrow, but then we're doing Blood Moon on Saturday, and this is something new. So we've been doing this on the Creatively Uncorked live group page, but this Blood Moon painting is going to be the very first on our main Facebook page. So you don't have to join that. You can just watch. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. This one's also, I love teaching people how to paint these trees. So I'm really excited for this one. Oh, clearly I must have a thing for moons because, hello, all 3, boom. But this one's really fun. So this one's on the main Facebook page. I'll show you. I brought out the little old handy dandy iPad that we use it has all my playlists on it that I play during classes, and oh, I miss it. I miss it so much. But on a side note, I hope everything's going good at home with the... Oh, I just see a comment. Sorry, I'm going to read this quick. Oh, okay. Good question, Rebecca. Okay, so since this is a live, it will just bring you to like right here, right now kind of thing. But what's nice about these is that we are saving these for now to our Facebook page. So if you really want to go back and watch, you can. Or I could get you caught up right now. Like, what part are you at and what questions do you have? The one thing that I did do was I added these shadows on the bottom. Oh, that's a good place to look at it right there. So, black paint, don't use too much. I just brushed it in a little bit. And now we're waiting for it to dry. So, hopefully you get caught up. But yeah, comment again. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, but I brought up our calendar, so you can find this on the creativelyancorked.com website. So this is tonight. It's happening right now. Whoop, whoop. Okay, and then here's tomorrow. It's called Blossoms by the Lake. I was going to say you could use these same colors, but no, you can't. You're missing blues and teal, I guess. But anyways, so if you need an art kit, you can just order it at creativelyancorked.com to paint tomorrow night. Whoop, whoop. And then here's the Saturday one. This is the one that's on the Facebook main page for the first time ever. So, yeah. Yes. Okay, so sky. The bottom is just a dark to medium gray color, and then with the same brush, same everything, I'm just gonna do like a little bit of black. Yeah. Okay, Rebecca, yes. Okay, so just start off the canvas and brush on, and you'll get these nice shadowy lines. I'm glad you're asking me all right now since we need a dry break anyways. But yeah, so less is more. Do not overwork it. We want to still be able to see this dark gray color, and then just a little bit of the black shadows on the edges for where our trees are going to go. So, and then I guess another thing is don't forget to use water. So you can see how shiny it is. It's because I've been using like a crap ton of water. And it's going to help our paint hopefully dry faster. I don't know if that's, I think it's the thing. Okay. And then just for Rebecca, for the top, I did go from like a light yellow to a light gray and then to a dark gray. So, once again, add water, blend. Yeah. Okay. Just because I'm curious and I'm still new to all of this, how many of you ordered an art kit, or are you just painting with stuff at home? Because I actually have no idea, and I would like to know. So, yeah. Just curious. Okay. Well, shall we, somebody give me like a thumbs up button or like a laughing emoji, because I know you can do that when you like the video, and then if I see one of those, I'll move on. But I don't want to move on without your guys' okay. Okay? Stuff at home. Cool. That's nice. Okay. I'm going to probably refill up my plate because I'm going to need a little bit more white. So I'm going to scoop out some white, I guess. You ordered this one, but... Oh, cool, yeah. Yes, Jennifer. Yeah. I know some of my friends, I think they're joining the Saturday one, but they all live in Minneapolis, and I just told them that I'm doing these now, so I think they're going to join in, and I think they're going to try to paint with stuff at home. Like one of them said, oh, cool, Deb. Yes. Awesome. So there's like 2 and 2 right now. You're tied with people who bought stuff from here and stuff at home. Yeah. I don't know if I have stuff at home, if I could, which is kind of funny because I'm going to be an art teacher, and you would think I would have paint and stuff at home. So, okay. I could seriously talk to you guys all day, but I'll start painting. Okay, so let's start. Let me look at this. Let's start doing our trees. Nope, I lied. Let's do the reflections. Okay, so I still don't know which brush I'm going to use. You know what? I'm going to give this one a try. It's brand new. Have never used it before. This filbert one is the one with the arced bristles right here. And this one's my go-to. It's my favorite. So we're going to try this little angled brush. But dipping it in water, kind of tapping it off. And then let's start with a medium to light gray-ish. So, if you've ever painted, I know we have like a lot of Van Gogh paintings in our studio. So if you've ever painted one of those, or I guess any water, well, yeah. So Van Gogh paintings, if you've ever painted one of those at our studio before, we have, I just talk about how much we have to build up layers. So we're going to have to do that for this reflection to achieve these ripple, reflection, rainy, yeah. So when I'm going to do this, it's horizontal brush strokes. Oh, I totally forgot. So horizontal brush strokes when I do it, I'm not using my wrist. I find like when people in my classes use their wrist, they kind of make these like rainbow brush strokes, and we don't want that. So I tell them it's all in the shoulder. We want straight brush strokes. So, I mean not straight, but like somewhat straight. If they do rainbow brush strokes, it looks like their ground is caving in. So, and then another tip that I give people, Gail, hi! Oh my gosh, thanks. Okay, anyways. So what I'm gonna do is, another tip is like, I call them X's. I always make X's on my plate. So how that works is I kind of flip my brush, smooth out one side, flip it, smooth the other side, flip, smooth, yeah, and so on. And then you get these super nice, I'm going to try to show you, I don't know, really thin. It compresses all your bristles. You get really thin lines. So that, I'm going to encourage you to do like every time you pick up paint. Anyway, so now I'm going to start doing my reflections. I want the lightest reflections down the middle. And notice how some lines are longer, some lines are shorter. We just want a variety. And it's going to be in this like upside down triangle shape. Right there. Then obviously like the closer to the bottom of your canvas, the shorter your lines should be. Whoops. Oh, also I use my fingers a lot. So if you're wondering like what the hey is she doing? Yeah, I like wipe things off with my fingers a lot. So, okay, let's do black next. So I'm gonna do, so I started with the triangle, now we're here. Do you know that song? Okay, never mind. I couldn't help myself. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so triangle, got the triangle, and now I'm gonna start doing the V around the triangle. So this time I'm doing black paint. Started from the bottom, now we're here. That's what the song is. Okay, so X's again. And then the same exact technique, except for this time, why is it so hard for you all to see the black? This time, let me know if it's weird looking at it from this angle, okay? But I see a glare when I lay it down, so just let me know. Need a little bit more water, actually. Okay. So, horizontal brush strokes. Use your shoulder. These are getting pretty wide actually, and I want this V shape instead. Crazy chicken. Yes! I'm excited for those paintings too. I'm not teaching those, but I would totally paint with those. Oh, do you know who's teaching those?
Josiah's teaching Crazy Chicken.
Yes, Josiah. Awesome.
And you'll keep Poppy in, it might be Grace.
Oh, cool. Josiah and Grace. Yeah. Fun. Hold it up. It helps. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. So, same thing on the other side. So, I'm going to probably end up covering up this area. And then another thing that I forgot to mention. Yeah. And then another thing that Josiah and Grace reminded me of is that we're starting to do lives every day, which I'm super excited for. So we're going to be doing lives like Monday through Saturday. Well, actually every day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be Monday through Friday for
Yeah.
the next several weeks.
Oh, cool. Monday through Friday, next several weeks. Yeah, I have Fridays. So if you're ready to party on a Friday, people, and I chose good paintings, so keep your eye out. Okay. They're really fun paintings too. Okay. I'm going to try laying this down flat. Yeah, it's still so hard to see. So, but I'm just doing the same thing. Just filling in gaps, I guess. We do want a lot of these. Usually my motto when I'm teaching these classes is less is more. But we really want to layer these on. And then I'm not going to zoom in. I'll hold it up, I guess. So one thing is I'm trying to bring a little bit of black into the light gray. I brought a little bit of light gray out into the black. And this is what's going to give it the like rainy reflection kind of look. I'm going to mix a medium gray and paint over this just because I want that nice V that the reflection from the Eiffel Tower is giving. So just mixing a dark gray. So, what I'm getting at is if you're still working on the upside or the V or the upside down triangle, like keep doing what you're doing. I'm just going to try to cover up my mistake. Okay. So there is, now I have more of that V shape going on, which is perfect. Okay, so you're gonna have to rewatch it after 8:30. Oh man. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for the compliment, though. Oh, I just did a hair flip, even though you didn't see it. Oh, so nice. I love this. This is fun. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do now? You know what? Let's take a break from the reflections and let's start. Oh, sorry, couldn't see it. Let's start some. What day is Friday? Okay, Gail, I saw this. Oh, I was watching Saturday Night Blur's Day. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But Gail, I was watching Saturday Night Live last weekend, and Colin Jost was like, Tuesday was like alcohol day or beer day or something like that. And he was like, that's the first time I've ever needed alcohol to help me remember what day it was. I was like, whoa, so true. But yeah. Okay, so let's move on. Let's do the trees. Okay. The thing with the trees is that it's going to be, we want, obviously, the trees that are in the distance, are going to be smallest, and it's going to be a little bit bigger. And notice how it's, first of all, it's further down on the ground and taller than the tree, too. And then same thing with the big one, the biggest one. It's like the tallest and the, yeah. But I'll show you what I'm talking about now. Hopefully you can see. I'm actually going to paint over this little dot quick. Okay. Hopefully you can see it without me tilting it. But black paint, do your X's. Oh. Do your X's. And I'm going to start with the smallest one closest to the Eiffel Tower. So if we look at our reference photo, the smallest tree lines up with this little ledge thing. So I'm just going to paint one line here. Another line here. Okay, usually when we paint trees, but more so the pine trees, we will always want to start drawing on the line and then work our way up. But I did the opposite this time because you don't get to see the treetops. So it doesn't really matter how you're painting a line, we just need a line. I'm going to do the next one. So remember, it's taller than the tree and longer. So I'm just going to go, probably leave like 2 fingers of space in between. On our reference photo, you can't really see the gap though. So it probably doesn't matter so much, but I'm going to try to, you know what, that's actually probably too far. So I'm going to skirt my line over a little bit. And then this will be covered by the treetop, so I'm not worried about it. The last tree is the longest and the tallest. So it's going to go the furthest down on our plane. I don't know what to call this, picture plane. Did you see Gail's post? Yes. Okay. I'm going to scoot this down. There, so now it's the tallest and the longest. We're getting the, oh, can't really see it. You're getting the illusion of, you know, this one's the closest tree to us. Okay. So same thing on, oh, my hair is in the way. Okay, same thing on the other side. So tallest, a little bit longer. Ooh, that one got a little long, but oh well. And then super tall, super long. Got it. Okay, I'll tilt it for you all to see, because I know that black is hard to see. Okay, let me know if I'm going too fast. But I'm ready to move on. I don't know about you guys, but so for the treetops, we're gonna use, well, depending on your brush, I should say that. Okay, I'm gonna show you quick on, I guess the back of this paper. So depending on the brush, you can get different, leaf shapes. So with this brush, the big bristle brush, I'm going to use all these like rough bristles to my advantage, and I'm going to just tap my brush, and it makes like these nice kind of, I don't know, bush like texture. And then, oh, look at me dirtying all my brushes. If you have a small round brush, you're gonna get more of like individual leaf textures, but the whole point of like what we're all gonna be doing no matter what brush is we're gonna be stippling. So stippling is just tapping your brush over and over and over again. So, oh, here, I'll draw the tree trunks. Oh, so beautiful. Okay. Woohoo. Anyways, so the stippling texture is what's going to, oh, okay. Sounds good, Deb. I'm so glad you said, because I'm definitely, my class always, I feel like they tell me. But I'll just keep showing you the different types of leaves you can get. So what I would do, if you have a small round brush, make it a little bit more condensed in the middle, and then, you know, go out, make smaller leaves kind of hanging off the tree, it almost looks like. And then these trees are really pointy for some reason. So they're kind of in like a teardrop shape. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's important with your tree. So if you're doing this kind of texture, the stippling with your big brush is to dry it out. We don't want any water in it. So I'm just drying out my brush, dipping it into paint. And then what I'm actually going to do is the tree stippling like the sponge effect. Oh, that's such a good, yeah, basically. I'm gonna not so much make it look like a sponge. Just getting it all adjusted. We good? We not good? Okay. Do you need me to scoot anything over? Okay. Oh, okay, sponge effect. It's close, but what I'm going to do is add some detailed, leaves too. So this is what I'm going to do for my trees. One thing that I like about teaching these classes is I see a lot of people kind of do their own kind of thing. So don't be afraid, even though I'm like teaching you this step by step, don't be afraid to, you know, get creative, try something new. But, so there's two different ways that you can get your tree effect. You can also use your medium brush. Your leaves are gonna look a little, let's see, obviously a little different. They're gonna look bigger. But you can tap any brush, stipple using any brush. But yeah, so if you want to, you could always get like an extra paper plate and practice. But I'm going to show you what I'm actually going to do on my painting. And you can obviously do the same thing, or maybe do one of these that you saw that you liked more. These were just really fast examples, so they don't look the prettiest, but I was just trying to prove a point. Okay, so I'm going to use... Holy cow, I really am using up this paper towel. So I'm going to use this brush. It's it's still damp, but there's no water in it. So make sure there's no water in your brush. And then I'm dipping it in the paint, sponging off or dabbing off that extra paint. Thank you. My wonderful assistant. Everybody clap for Shanna. Woo! Okay. But this is the kind of consistency we want. So less is more with the paint. We don't want a lot of paint, otherwise you're going to get really thick blobs. So let me turn my picture over, and I'm just going to start doing, I'm tapping, stippling on these leaves. And if I look at this picture, the tree doesn't go all the way down to the horizon line, so we can see the tree trunk just a little bit. So I have a little bit of that tree trunk showing. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Go over. Oh! I accidentally made this. It's just as tall as the outside one, which means I'm going to need to bring this tree up higher, which that's okay. And then these trees are kind of blending in to each other, and that's okay. On our reference photo, we don't see a gap in between them, so I'm fine with this. I'm going to show you another trick too if we have time, hopefully. I'm going to put it down just because it's easier. I know you guys can see it this way, but I'm going to just put it down really quick. So I'm just kind of tapping and zigzagging my brush on both sides of the branch. Yeah. Whoops. I accidentally went out a little bit too far, but I'll just paint over it again. Ooh, I probably went a little bit too far down too. So I'm going to give you a second. I don't know if I was going too fast, but I'll just paint over my mistake. Hopefully we will get caught up. If somebody wants to say, like, we're good to move on, or if I'm going too fast again, that'd be cool. I'm sorry if this is I feel a little bossy, like you guys telling you to comment, but I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page and that there aren't any questions out there. Ooh, too light. I've been looking forward to this live all day. I seriously missed this so much. Cannot wait for our studio to get the okay to have people in it. Okay, just painting over my mistake. Might add one more slower, please. Thank you, Mary. Awesome. So you guys keep doing what you're doing. I'm just painting over. I twitched a little bit, and then my leaf ended up out here, so I just painted over it quick. Oh, you can still see part of it right here. I'm okay with that. So we have our trees done, hopefully. I guess the rest of the painting is pretty much stuff we've already been doing. So we're obviously gonna finish up the ground. And then I do want to add a little bit more. Sorry, pause for a picture, guys. Oh, hopefully I looked good. Anyways, so we're going to finish up our reflections on the ground. And then I want to add a little bit more of like, I'm blanking on a word. All I can think of is distinctive. I don't know. Defined. There. A little bit more defined leaves like coming off the trees. But I guess we don't have to do that yet. Let's see. Let's finish the ground, I think. That's what we're going to do after. So if you're not done with your trees, just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about what I'm doing, because if you've been following along so far, you've already been doing, let me back up. You've already done what we are going to do. So don't fret, like keep working on your trees. But what I'm going to do is switching back to my brush that makes my nice lines. I'm going to start adding a little bit more reflection. So I'm going to mix like a medium to dark gray. Let's see. Oh yeah, that shows up nice. Okay. And I'm going to start adding this on the outside of my V. That like reverse Eiffel Tower shadow thing. Oh, that might be a little too light, or is that the reflection? Oh, okay. So you can kind of see here the like natural, it's a little bit darker than this color, which is perfect. But since it's wet, it's kind of appearing on the screen a little bright. So this goes on the outside of this V shape. Remember to do your X's on your plate to smooth out your bristles. And then when you're making these lines, remember it's all in your shoulder. We don't want rainbow brush strokes going, otherwise it'll look like your earth is caved in or there's a sinkhole or something. Okay. I'm going to take a drink of water because I'm thirsty. But, new question, or did I ask this already? I don't remember. But, are any of you, just because I want to make sure that you all have enough time to catch up and stuff, are any of you painting these paintings? Let me know. I'm just curious. I'll give you guys shout outs tomorrow if you are, and Saturday. Okay, so I have my shadows, or I guess these are more so the highlights now. And I'm going to do the same exact thing, except we're adding shadows underneath the trees. So if we look, it's so hard to see. It's the same thing, except now we're doing a little bit of shadows underneath the tree. They kind of look like upside down triangles. So this shape right here, this narrow triangle shape, is kind of what our trees' shadows are going to look like too. Yes! I see somebody's doing blood moon. Awesome. Oh, cool. I'm excited. I'll give you a shout out. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I love being able to see these comments. Oh.
Talking lives are more fun.
Yes, they are.
Way more fun than recording, so.
1,000% way more fun than recordings. I'm so glad. Okay. So, reflection or shadows underneath the tree. I hope you can see these. They're just those narrow triangle shapes. Whoops, got a little tilted. It's okay. We'll do the last shadow for this small tree. These are going to be smaller. Zoom wine dates. Yes, Gail. That sounds like a blast. My friends and I did that last weekend. And oh my gosh, it was a great time. So, I'm so happy for you. Yes. And then Jennifer, good thing these will be saved so you can watch them. Oh wait, Saturday? Did you say Saturday? Oh no, you said tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be saved. Do you know how long these will be saved?
Don't know how long. They will go away though.
They will go away eventually. So, you heard it here. Beware. Okay, so I have the right side done. I'm going to do the left side now. Oh, whoops. Oh, this ground is turning out awesome. How are your guys' grounds going? Let me know. Oh, that's another thing. I've seen, because I've been following the Creatively Uncorked live page or group page, and I've seen a lot of people posting their paintings and they turn out so good. So if any of you are up for it, I would love to see your paintings. You should post them to the page. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay. Let's see. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I think I'm going to take a break from the ground. It's still looking pretty dark, but I think we're going to add the white highlights when we add the white lanterns. So there's lanterns on each side, just like the trees. And I think we're just going to hit, right underneath here with a little bit of white highlights and then sporadic ones throughout. Yeah, so let's move on to our, I almost called it a lighthouse. What the heck? Eiffel Tower. Oh my. So, let me know if I'm going too fast. But Eiffel Tower, I'm just going to use same brush to get those thin lines. Do those X's. Okay? Okay. Yes, Gail. I'm glad you said that because I have my comfy lounge pants on and slippers. So I'm not kidding about the slippers. So, okay. I'm going to paint the Eiffel Tower now. Oh, and I have a really shaky hand. I might not be drinking enough water, but if I can do it, you can do it. A trick is that I hold my hand when I do this. So you can see me grab my arm up here. So if you find yourself being a little shaky or having trouble painting like inside the lines, try holding your arm because I feel like it helps a lot. Sorry I'm not talking right now. It's probably awkwardly quiet. I'm trying to focus, okay? Just kidding. I'm gonna add a little bit of a rounded top, because I'm pretty sure it has this, right? I think. Okay, but I'm just gonna keep on painting inside all of these. If you've been to one of our classes, I usually paint on like a big canvas, and obviously a big canvas wouldn't fit in this camera on the table and stuff. But I have to say, I really like painting on the small canvas. I feel like we can, well, I'm also really impatient, so we can paint fast, and I feel like I'm spending so much time on these little details that I might not have spent time on like the regular size canvas. So I have to say, I like it. Okay, so the thing, let me know if I'm going too fast. I'm sure you're sick of me saying that, but the thing with this little fence, what is that? What would you call this? The landing? The second floor? I don't know. Has anyone been to, this is a
crossbar across the letter A?
Yeah. Yes! Genius! This is why, okay.
It probably has a name, but I don't know.
My awesome assistant is saying that this is the cross, like the crossbar and the letter A. So if this is an A, this is that little bar thing. Keep sticking my hand in the paint. You're so right about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline it, because on my last painting, the last time I made it, I accidentally filled it in black without paying attention that it's actually hollow. Like you can see all those little, whoops. You can see all those little X shapes. Holy cow, I need water. Don't forget to use water while you're painting. Do those X's. Oh my god.
Adorable.
What are you talking about? Okay. It's a little much. Let's do. Oh. Huh. I'm bringing the edge in a little bit just to make it thick on the edges. So you can see. Okay. And I'm going to add even more water to my brush, and then I'm also going to wipe off that extra paint on my paper towel. Just because I want really thin lines, or I guess not super thin, but I'm just going to paint these little cross-hatching lines. Ooh, whoops. These are thin. Holy cow. I'm going to try making it a little thicker. Okay. So, maybe a little bit more. Okay, one more coat. Whoops. You can see I made a little line right there. I'm just going to paint. Made that little arch a little bit smaller. Okay, and then, so with this part of the tower, my cross hatching is going to be a little bit more condensed. So they're going to be closer together. I'm going to try really hard. Ooh, this is turning out good. Okay, yay. Sometimes you just got to cheer yourself on.
That's awesome.
Okay, so got a little. Okay. I think this looks pretty awesome. Let me know if I can move on. Because obviously I don't want to rush you all, so. I'm gonna try to fix this. Okay. Oh, forgot to fill in the top, sorry. Well, if it doesn't have this, we added one. I'm pretty sure it does, though.
Gail says, yeah, you go get it.
Oh my god, I was like, okay, wait, why? I totally forgot. Yes, go. Ah, thanks. Okay.
Hey, look, I can make a bunch of hearts.
Do it.
I did, totally.
Oh, I missed it. Do it again. Huh. They're not.
Make a bunch of laughy faces.
They're
Can you
not
see 'em?
popping up. Oh, I see the number go up though. We're at 6.
Oh, they're popping up for me.
Aw. Oh, whoops. Sorry, getting a little wild. Over here. This table is pretty wobbly. Okay, nobody's has said anything yet. So I'm gonna move on. You can yell at me, I guess. Let's do the lanterns, because I feel like, okay, so I know I promised you all that we would go in and do individual leaves. I feel happy with my trees, so I'm not going to, but you can definitely do that. So what I would do, I guess, is put a little bit of black on your brush and stipple on some leaves coming off the trees. But if you've been in my class before, you've probably heard me say, don't overwork it, because that happens. So don't overwork anything. So I'm happy with my trees. I'm not going to touch them, but I'm going to add the lanterns now. So clean out your brush, get all that black out. Get all that black out. And then I'm going to mix white, and I know your water's probably a gray color. But I am adding water. It shouldn't affect the white that much, because our background is so dark, it's just going to look white against that dark background. So what I'm going to do is paint a vertical line. I have to hold my arm for this. Check it before you wreck it. I am going... Yes, leave a comment so I know you're here, please. But Gail, I'm going to use that in my classes now, because that's amazing, and I hope I have your okay. But, so, for the lanterns, the lantern, looking at a reference photo, looks like it's on the left side of each tree. I don't know if I'll have room for my lantern. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Well, so this is us using our artistic license, you know. I'm gonna put my lantern on the right side of each tree. You can obviously follow the picture if you want. It's just on the left side, but my tree over here is kind of like it won't fit. So I'm just going to do it on the right. Is that going to look weird? I don't know. We'll send it. Thank you. Yes. So remember, taller, also further down. Whew, those are bright. Okay. Just dabbed off my line a little bit. Okay, I should clarify. Okay, so the lanterns were on the outside of each tree. So on the left side of our left trees and on the right side of our right trees. I don't have room, so I'm doing the opposite. So you can decide on what you want to do. Oh my gosh! Thank you! Okay, I'm assuming, it's Shelly, right? Okay, I'm sorry if I said it wrong. I do that a lot. But anyways, thank you for saying that because I just graduated with a degree in art education, so I'll be an art teacher, hopefully. I get a job. But thank you for saying that. You just made my day. Ah, so nice. Okay, so left side. Ooh, that's a tall lamp. Okay, so this one got really tall. Oh, that's why. I didn't make this one tall enough. Never mind. Forget what I said. So we got our lamps.
It looks fantastic. You're doing a great job.
Scaring me. Getting all giggly over there. Oh. Okay. So we're going to, please tell me if I'm going too fast. Anyways, oh my gosh, we should turn this into a drinking game. Every time I say that, you take a sip.
Okay.
Shanna's down. I don't know if you heard that. Okay, starting now.
Let me pour some wine.
I don't know if you heard that, but she said, let me pour some wine. So, if anyone else is in on the game, good luck. Okay, anyways, so I'm going to start adding, didn't even tell you. Okay, I mixed white and yellow to make that pale yellow color again, same as the moon, not too bright, not too yellow. Anyways, I'm putting this, I'm kind of dabbing a dot. Oh, that's not. At the top of each lantern. So I won't be able to see it. If you put, okay, common sense, and I'm sorry if I even have to say this, but if you put yellow on your moon, you're not going to be able to see it. So I kind of put it off to the side a little bit. So you can see it's not straight on there, but it's against the black, so you'll be able to see my lantern. Oh my gosh, yay! Yes, awesome. Please post pictures. I love that. Thank you so much. Okay, so same thing on the other side. Well, also on a side note, if you are interested and you want to hang out with me again, here we go, 2 more paintings. You know, bored in quarantine, obviously. So, this is so much fun. I'm so happy. Okay, now I have to, I don't even want to go home because guess what Corey's doing? Yeah. Okay, so I added my 3 lanterns. I forgot before we move on. So what we're doing next with the tops of the lanterns is we're gonna add like this highlight, oh, I'm sorry, keep bumping the table. This halo effect around each lantern, you know, to make it look nice and glowy. But I want to add the highlights at the bottom too, which I forgot. So I'm dipping back into white. I have a little bit of water. So I'm really, really thinning out the paint. And then at the bottom, the very, very bottom of our lantern, you're going to do kind of like a horizontal scribble. This is going to be, or I assume it's either the bottom of the lamppost, I assume it's the light. That's how I interpret it. Or maybe it's the, you know what? I don't know. But at the bottoms, they're just like little scribbles. You can't really tell that they're circles. This is where I use my finger a lot too. I just kind of dab them to make them look even more of a reflection. And then if we look back at this picture, there's a vertical line down. So maybe it's, I don't know, who knows. So I'm just going to do a very loose line down, and then I'm going to go over it with my finger too, because I don't want it to look too bright, too perfect. You don't have to do this. Oh, I never mentioned that this is non-toxic paint. So I guess if you're curious. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is if you don't want to use your fingers, you can just rip off a paper towel. Awesome! Oh, I'm so happy you're happy. Okay. Ooh, that one got a little long. That's okay. Sorry, I need water. Okay. So, okay, I'm okay. So I'm going to keep going with the white. Let me know if I'm going too fast, please. I feel so bad. Oh, that's a drink.
Oh. Feel so bad, is that the word?
Oh, I mean, I think it was let me know if I'm going too fast, because I've been saying that like nonstop. But anyways. Okay. So while we have white on our brush and we're doing these reflections, I'm going to go in and add some pure white reflections to the rest of our ground. And for the 5,000th time, less is more. Or maybe I haven't said that very much in this class, but I always say it. So I'm going to go over the light reflections a little bit too. Okay, I'm a little too scared to paint with a pure white, so let's do a very, very light gray. So I did pure white down the triangle shape, and then let's do a light gray on the edges. So light gray for the lamps. Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference between like not smudging it and smudging it. So these lines are so bright, and I feel like they take away from our painting, so I'm just going to, oh, they dried. Oh, talk way too much, I guess. Anyways, what I'm going to do is kind of dull them down. Okay. So, same thing on the other side, except I'm going to successfully smudge them this time. But anyways, they were very bright. They took away from our painting, so before I'm done, or before I let them dry, I'm just going to take my finger, smudge them. Kind of like dulls them out. Yes, perfect. Look at me cheering myself on again. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so white or light gray, doesn't really matter. Okay. Anyways, so I'm gonna add this little halo effect around the lanterns now. So dry brush is the key here. So dry your brush off. Don't use a lot of paint. And then around, okay, I have to use the top of my brush, just the bristles right here. Barely any paint. I'm just going to circle around my lantern so it's like glowy effect. And ooh, notice they're not a perfect circle, so they're more like half circles around the lantern. So I'll show you one more time on the other side. Okay, so that doesn't even look like a half circle, but the point is that it's sketchy, gives off this like illuminated look. Ooh, that one got real bright. Okay. Holy cow, we're almost done. Okay, let's switch and do our heart. So I have a lot of paint, and we only need a dot. So dip your brush in your red paint. Okay, if you look at my bristles, they're really far apart right now and like spread out, and they don't. So that's telling me that I need water. Just coating up my bristles on my brush, and then I'll just paint my heart. Okay. I have a lot of water on my brush, so the heart is looking a little pink, and I'm okay with that. So if yours is looking pink, just add a second coat or thicker paint. Okay, holy cow, we're almost done. This is where I would ask my class if they would rather do the stars or the dots first or the line, but there's a delay in the comments, so let's do, you know what, let's do the line. We're gonna add our string now, so go back into your black paint, a little bit of water. And I added that little loop. Okay, with the black right up against that pink color, I'm thinking it's a little too light. So I'm gonna make it more red. Oh, for the people who are painting with their stuff at home, are you using the same colors or are you doing like something different? Because it could be like a morning sky or something. Okay. So the last step is super, super easy. So if you have any questions, now's the time to ask, because I don't want to finish the video and then you have a question or something. Anyways, so I'm going to mix a light yellow for the Eiffel Tower, and then for the stars I'm just going to use white. And I'm going to use the back of my brush the whole time. But before I dot it on, I want to mix that light yellow color so I have something for the back of my brush to dip into. got like a glob of light yellow on. So now I'm just going to dip the back of my brush in this color, and I'm going to, okay, that's great. Just dripping everywhere. Okay. I'm going to dip or start like polka dotting on the lights of the Eiffel Tower. So all on the black, have some dots bigger, some smaller. Okay. I'm debating on if I want to add more lights or not. Okay, I think I will. You convinced me. Oh my gosh, I just laughed at my own joke. Okay, I'm done. One more. Okay. Yeah, I like that more. So now the last thing that I'm doing before I'm signing off are the stars. So I'm dipping the back of my brush in pure white this time. And then the thing with the stars is that so we want some of the stars to be closer together. Ooh, these are big. I'm also trying to make them smaller as I make another big one. So the bigger the circles, obviously it'll look more like cartoonish, and that's not a bad thing. So I'm not saying that is bad or anything, but I personally like it when they're, you know, smaller, more condensed. I've had people, oh, you're laughing and having fun with me. Awesome. Cool. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one laughing at my jokes. So, okay. As I dip my hand in my heart, I'm gonna flip my painting upside down because I don't want to stick my hand in wet paint. Genius, right? Thanks. Okay, so I want the smaller stars. This part is fun and probably the easiest part of our whole painting. So I'm glad we get to do this last together in our final moments. Until tomorrow. Hey-oh, yay. Okay, and I'm done. So, unless I'm forgetting anything, but I don't think I am, I'm going to sign my painting like a real artist. I'm using a Sharpie. So, also my name's really long, so I'm just gonna do my initials because I always have a hard time. Oh! Okay. So, I'm done. I'll give you some time to catch up if you need it because I still see people watching and I don't want to end on you. But while you're painting, I'm going to talk to you about our art kits. So, if you're watching this and you're painting from home, good for you. I'm proud. But if you want or need paints or canvas or anything, look into our art kits. So we have over, I don't even know, probably like hundreds of paintings available to be put into an art kit now. I don't have one near me, but we also have these cute boxes. Run, yeah.
I got this.
Oh, perfect, yes. Oh, and it's already made. Okay, so if you are wondering what the heck is in an art kit, you can choose, like if you need brushes, it says new brushes, used brushes, no brushes, but so this person ordered new brushes. You get all your paints all packaged up, a canvas that's drawn on, and underneath there are written instructions. So if you bought one of these, you got written instructions. I don't know if you followed along with those or if you followed along with me, but either way, it was probably a win-win, right? Okay. And then you can also order when you order art kits, it says, do you want wine? And then you can click yes or no. And then there's a second question that says, do you want more wine? And yeah, of course you do. So look into these art kits for the next paintings. If you want to paint along with me, this one is on the same time, same place tomorrow. It's called Blossoms by the Lake. Probably one of my favorite paintings to paint. Super fun. I guess if you've done this one, you'll probably be like a pro with this one because they're very similar. So, and then this one is on Saturday at 7, except we are going to be, or I will be on the main Facebook page, so our main page. And that's going to be the first time ever we're doing a live video on that page, so I'm excited. You better be excited. And then, yeah, buy your art kits if you need them. I'm excited to paint with you all again. Okay. Good talk. Awesome. See you soon. Adios, people. Bye. Maddy signing out.